ICP holders, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. First and foremost, thank you for all the support. But yeah, let's take a closer look and see what's happening with Internet Computer today. And as we are going further into the weekend, what we could be expecting. So, as far as the broader market is concerned, you're seeing over the last, I would say, 2 to 3 hours, a little bit of a bounce for some coins. And again, there are some double-digit gainers. Of course, Zcash obviously has a lot of momentum recently. Dash is picking up, but it has had a major retracement over the last few days. Litecoin picking up, Telcoin. But at the same time, yesterday was still quite a bit of red across the board, and that's something we just don't want to be forgetting. Obviously, zoom out, take a look at it on a weekly time frame, take a look at it on a monthly time frame, and kind of gives you a bit better understanding, as to what we're seeing happening across the board. But as far as internet computer price is concerned, it's down about 8% on the daily time frame, with the price currently sitting at $5.30, down 7.6% on the Bitcoin side of things, with the valuation making its way back below 3 billion. Right now, we're sitting at about 2.85 billion, and the 24-hour trading of volume at about 400 million. As always, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So I obviously highlighted to you guys, what was happening with the dominance index yesterday. But what you can see across, the hourly time frame for the dominance is that, we actually went lower compared to where we were yesterday at around 59.6%. So again, the best way to look at it is, we've seen about a 1% decline, and that is quite substantial. But what happened while the dominance was going up, it's not that Bitcoin was holding stagnant or going up. It was the complete opposite. Bitcoin was actually pushing towards the downside. And again, dominance pulling towards the downside. While Bitcoin pushes towards the downside, it's still going to have an impact on altcoins in a negative way, but not as worse as what we could expect, and what we have seen in the past. But again, I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of a quick rundown on what I have pretty much drawn on the chart. This pretty much is kind of highlighting this trend that we are in, and the trend as of now, pretty much since hitting an all-time high for Bitcoin, has been on the downwards trajectory, as you can see for yourself. It came down to $94,000 today. Seen a little bit of a bounce. I've highlighted on the market analysis update as well. We could even push up back to the 38.2, but I still do believe that there is still more downside, and I'm not buying it even if the price of Bitcoin is able to reclaim back up to the 100K key range. But with that said, let's take a look at what's happening with internet computer, because that is what everyone wants to know right now. So the price is at $5.31. So I've seen quite a sharp pullback since yesterday. So let me show you guys on the hourly time frame so you guys get a little bit of a better understanding as to what we're really looking at. So see for yourself, we were literally hovering around $6.13. Of course, we dropped below that key support line. But since then, the price of internet computer has gone down an additional 15.38%. But now, if I were to bring the daily time frame once again for you guys, obviously the $6.13, give or take, it was the support around here, and we recorded the update at that price point. But I did say, do you expect the price to go back down to these key levels? Obviously, we've been ranging around here for quite some time. We could retest this level, but there will be significant amount of support, and that has obviously been shown. But at the same time, you cannot neglect what Bitcoin has done. Bitcoin went down to $94,000. That's definitely going to have an impact on altcoins, and obviously internet computer reacted to that. But again, we do have a lot of support right now around this range. Right now, we are being supported around the $5.30, give or take, level. If this does not hold, we could come down to $4.88. But remember, this consolidation, this is where you want to see the price of internet computer finding a ground for itself, as discussed for you guys before. Best way to know that is obviously for the price to consolidate and obviously gradually make its way back up to where it was. But what you want to be paying close attention to is, because this is a very significant amount of support for an internet computer, because like I said, pretty much keep in mind, throughout almost the entire year we were within this range. But now, if the price is unable to remain pretty much above the $4.42 range, then that would show significant weakness, and that's not what you want to see happening. So again, obviously that is still, quite a sharp move towards the downside. we're looking at an increase. I'm sorry, about a 16% pullback, but you don't want to see the price of internet computer drop in below this consolidation phase support line that we kind of have built for ourselves. Because if it does, then that would show, a lot of weakness on the internet computer side of things. And, this move, would be more than so. Maybe it was indeed the market makers that made this move happen. Because again, I remember when the price of internet computer was moving, I said, yes, they're making some enhancement to the blockchain, but in terms of, a mega news, there's not much going on. Maybe market makers are, pretty much stepping in and, causing this. So again, during these times, you want to see previous support hold, and that's where you can really measure the significance of, the momentum, and you want to see this hold. Obviously, we got to consider the market conditions as well. That's something, if you're asking yourself that, that's a great thing to be asking. The market conditions are not looking the best, and obviously if the price of Bitcoin were to drop back down to the point 50 key support line at around 92, that's going to, have an impact on pretty much the entire market, internet computer not being an exception. But very, very important for us to not break below this, level. We might see a bounce here. Obviously, if Bitcoin is able to push back up to some of these key levels, maybe over the weekend, we do reclaim back above 100K key range. Obviously, I do expect the internet computer should see some sort of a bounce. But again, I still don't think Bitcoin has reached, the bottom of this wave before heading towards the upside. I'd love to be wrong, but so far, we've been very accurate on, the Bitcoin projection. But again, I got to still take it step by step. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. See you later. Been Crypto ZX and peace.